So, I gave some of the guys already a laminate. Who didn't get one?
I didn't get one.
Alright, who else? Did you get one?
I got one.
I'm gonna let you.
I left mine in my suitcase.
You'll be fine.
Someone will pitch hit for you until you get it.
Always with the laminate.
Give that to Freddie. Yeah, we got the drive, and we're gonna get dinner at some point. We're gonna get dinner, and after dinner we're just gonna finish the drive, hang out, and then eventually people are gonna go to sleep, and then in the morning we'll wake up and start our day. I'm gonna figure out who wants to do some stuff like Berlin Wall type stuff. You know, obviously there's some people that have like a whole day full of stuff to do tomorrow as far as tattooing. So I'll figure out details, but if some people want to branch off tomorrow and want to go see the Berlin Wall or whatever, you guys can just basically do whatever as long as you come back at night. I printed out the PDF file with everybody's appointments and stuff. Some got one already. Have you got one? No. You got one, right? Shane?
I'm good.
Here, just... The appointments are as of last Wednesday. So whoever got more appointments since then, it's not on there. I guess everybody will live and figure that out.
No, man, thank you for this, Patrick. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thanks everybody for being crazy enough to fucking come on this.
It's gonna be awesome.
Has everybody met Ollie and Sascha?
Yes. Yeah.
Alright.
Ali, Sascha.
If you guys don't like them, blame Andreas Conan for this. Good luck to us.
Is it?
45 minutes. I can do any tattoo in 45 minutes. From Todd.
I don't really expect anything other than to have a pretty interesting, unique experience that I've never really had before.
I expect good times. There you go.
Well, I'm hoping that when I run for president, I'll get a little more exposure.
Lots of tattoos, you know. That's the main goal for me, is to just be as busy as possible, and I don't know, just do something that's a little bit different. For I haven't tattooed in Germany for a couple of years. I'm really looking forward to the Aachen convention because I've been promising to come to it for quite a few years now. Never got the chance, so here we are. It'll be happening this time.
Well, welcome to the Tribal Tattoo Tour.
She studied with him right out of high school, right?
You shake it so much. And you're like, oh shit. So then he has to put himself to stop that picture.
Ankunft, Südenshofer Straße 3, Ziel auf der rechten Seite.
Da steht er.
meinst du, mit ein paar Leuten können wir den wegtragen?
Nee. Mit diesem Kia. Oh, they are moving that motherfucker. Look at that.
Got it, Fred?
Push.
Yeah, I'm videotaping. Get this fucking car out of here. Get this fucking car out of here.
Who made those?
Nah, let's really push it now.
It's enough.
So you have to go right there.
Hände weg vom Lümmel, auf ins Getümmel.
Good morning.
What was your first night?
Long. We ended up doing like a small tattoo in there last night.
Seriously?
Yeah, everyone missed it, but we did it. Yeah.
Who got it?
Thomas, one of the guys here. So yeah, we were just talking. I said I was ready to hear the buzz of tattoo machines, and he said we don't have to wait anymore. If I wanted to do a tattoo, we could go in there. So we were just kind of like, we have to at that point.
Awesome.
But it was more John Henry's fault, because John Henry was like, "Oh, you're a pussy if you don't just go do it right now." So, not
what you had to do, man.
Yeah, just did what I had to do.
You like my name tag? I show you, right?
Yeah, it's great.
Sleep okay?
Yeah. You like my name tag?
Mm-hmm. You always think in strange ways, but they're always direct. Sense making. Like,
I really don't know what to expect, so it's sort of the unknown of what's to happen. But one of my highlights is just waking up in this beautiful city of Berlin, and it's just amazing. And my initial highlight was that I was even asked to do this and be included, and I think it's going to be a pretty monumental thing, and I really am very appreciative of Patrick for organizing this and having this idea, and actually following through with it. And it's super well organized, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the next 10 days has in store for us. So yeah, that's about it.
do we need for this tour 2 of these? We also have saran wrap.
Yeah, probably not. But see, that's the thing. Getting rid of this stuff now is kind of like you're only setting us up to.
Well, then still.
I think there's room for all this. We just need to really.
This is comfortable.
Yeah, fuck that. Leave that here.
Then just help me in what we should really bring in.
Derek Snodgrass. I work at Dark Horse Tattoo in Los Angeles. I've been tattooing about 21 years. Well, me and Tim have been friends for years. I started getting tattooed by him in the late 90s, and we just became friends, and we work really well together with paintings and drawings. So we just started in the last couple of years doing paintings, swapping them back and forth, and yeah, we just have fun doing it, you know. I don't find that it works very well with most people, but me and Tim kind of have the same pace and similar styles where we can work loose together, you know. So as a team, it works very well. I would like to say I don't like it, but I think it's kind of needed in some ways, you know. I think it helps you grow to be a little bit competitive. Like, if you think you're the best, then you're never going to get any better, you know. So I think it's good to a friendly competition, maybe with friends or peers, you know. I'd only been tattooing for maybe 5 years when I worked for Ed, but I only worked for Ed for a year. And Lehigh and Whitehead got me a job there. And I learned a lot. In a year, I learned a lot. Not only about drawing, but also business side of tattooing and just kind of the hustle of all of it, you know. So it was a good experience. It was a little short-lived, but it was a good experience. Well, at that time, you know, I'd only been tattooing for 5 years, and in San Francisco at the time, there wasn't a lot of tattoo shops like there are now. So it was hard to get a job at any shop there. And to get a job there at that time, like, there was a lot of competition, you know, so you had to learn as fast as you can and get better and better and better as fast as you can. So I would just draw and paint as much as I can. Ed was in and out. Unfortunately, Tim and Jeff left to open their own spot, so I got as much influence from them as I could outside of work, but Ed was very helpful with drawings. We would fax drawings back and forth to each other when he was away in Hawaii or whatever, but I also traveled and worked as many places as I could. he's a great boss. He's stern, but he was like, you know, he would come in, and there's people that would want these gigantic tattoos from Ed, and he was trying to retire or moving towards that way, but he would give you full leg dragons that I couldn't fucking draw at the time, but he would help me with those drawings. So I was tattooing people that wanted to get tattooed by Ed, but we get tattooed by this kid that's been tattooing 5 years, you know. So it's a lot of pressure. It was a stressful time, but that stress and pressure really helped me out, you know, in the end. Yeah, I was talking about this last night. I first time I came to Berlin was at that time, and I walked into a tattoo shop with some friends who aren't tattooers or know anything about tattooing, but the people at the shop were asking me where I lived and worked, and I told them. And my friend to this day is still just like, those people they thought you were completely lying to them. They didn't believe you for a second. But being able to say I work for Ed was like kind of like a key to the world, because if you could say that, then you just automatically get respect no matter what your tattoos look like, you know? So it was very, very helpful. Freddie had the job. It was Freddie's job, and I just helped. He was having a little bit of issues with it, and I just kind of made it a little, you know, I worked on the skull a little bit, and we just kind of collaborated on that as well, you know. That's it. That's it? That's it, yeah. Perfect. That was easy. Yeah. Cool.
It was cool back then. A lot of people, all the punk rock bands that came in there were cool, but then a lot of the just regular punks.
Which bands do you remember that you were interested in it back in the days?
I was interested in all of them, but it was like all English punk, you know what I mean? Like GBH, yeah. Exploited, Anti-Nowhere League.
And those guys, they were just came by when they were touring, or?
Yeah, there was one guy in particular named Big Frank that ran he was the main bouncer on the stage for all the shows, and he started getting tattooed by my dad, and then he would bring all those people to Spotlight.
Yeah.
So like we were always on the guest list. I used to tell my friends, like, go tell them you're Bob Roberts. You know, just go up there and say you're Bob Roberts. If we weren't going, I'd be like, hey, you going? No, you ain't going? All right, fuck it. You know? But it was cool.
Yeah, I believe it.
Ich habe Derek ausgewählt, weil ich mag, was er macht. Das ist diese so ein bisschen Ursprung 80er, 90er Biker-Tattoos auf jeden Fall. Der selbst fährt auch einen alten Shovelhead durch Statten und jo. Also ich würde gerne, weißt du, von alle 16 mich tätowieren lassen, aber naja. Ja, aber irgendwie, das war also so von Gefühl. Irgendwie hat gepasst. Dann habe ich mit ihm kurz beschrieben, Idee durchgeschickt und der hat das total abgefeiert und ja, hat gekriegt. Bei ihm, das ist einfach so diese visuelle und Person, auf jeden Fall. Also das hat alles von Thema auf jeden Fall bei mir gepasst. Weil bei anderen, die hier sind, da würde ich auf jeden Fall irgendwelche andere Stelle auswählen, die so angucken kann, ne? Beim Tätowieren, auf jeden Fall. Aber bei ihm war das irgendwie so keine Ahnung, so einfach, ich habe das durchgelesen und so, Derek, okay, nicht mehr überdacht, also so nicht mehr gedacht, wem noch. Ich hätte noch Bock, etwas von Shane zu bekommen, weil das einfach Shane ist. Ja, und weißt du, ja, wie gesagt, wir konnten heute 16 Tattoos kriegen, aber ja, geht nicht, ne? Also, ich bekomme eine nackte Frau alles politisch korrekt. Nackte Frau, die einen Penhead-Motor zwischen Titten hat. Also nicht wirklich zwischen Titten und Titten. Ich bin gerade bei Bäcker hier und etwas Süßes zu kaufen, einen Cola. Und dann hat er mich gefragt, was kriegst du? Und ich so, was? Naja, was willst du? So, gucke ich mir so an, naja, was für ein Tattoo kriegst du? Und das ist so ein 50-jähriger türkischer Papa. Und ich so, eine Frau mit Titten und Penhead-Motor. Und ich so, geil.
Zani, Dagodoa, Kananeshki, Ushaleda. My name's John Henry Gloin. I work at Spiderweb Tattoo in Asheville, North Carolina. Awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. It was good. Obviously, it's exhausting, as you guys know. It's just so much running around, and you kind of like lose energy to be social. So, just keeping my head right to just know like this is kind of a once in a lifetime opportunity. Cherish every moment you can. That's also why, like Amsterdam, I went to a museum, went to the Kronberg Castle when we were in Denmark, just to see a little bit more than just the tattoo shops, if possible. But trip's been great. Oh yeah, definitely. I think some of the people on the bus definitely get a little stressed out by the rigmarole of how things roll, and I definitely know like if you start being negative about it, then it's gonna just get negative. So just try to enjoy it, even when it's kind of shitty. Just laugh about it and roll with it. Try to stay positive, because it is a once in a lifetime opportunity. It really is. So just make the best of it. Nothing to be complaining about. Even if you don't get a shower, or that much sleep, or whatever, it's like it's not that bad. It's really not. It's great actually. So, but yeah, definitely don't have time to be negative. Yes, my father's Cherokee, my mom's Pawnee and Osage Indian, so it's a mixture of tribes that I am, but I grew up on the Cherokee Indian Reservation. There've been art shows that I've been asked to do as like a 2D artist, because there's usually these events I go to will have basket makers, pottery makers, dancers, singers, all in the cultural aspect, and then my art reflects that, and so that's why they asked me to do it. So, but all my stuff has been paintings. So, I have one painting, and it's the Kuniyoshi, but I just changed everything to Cherokee and Creek, like a battle. That's the only one I brought with me that's kind of culturally relevant, but I brought that one because obviously Kuniyoshi's huge in tattooing, so that's why I brought that one. Yeah, big time, yeah. That's not, Cherokees don't do that anymore. They don't tattoo themselves like they used to. That died off a long time ago, just kind of keeping up with modern culture. But tattooing is extremely popular in Cherokee because they do know their ancestors tattooed themselves. So there's a lot of Cherokee people that get tattooed heavily. And growing up on the reservation, tattooing wasn't as taboo as it was in other places off the reservation. Like it wasn't weird to see like a 14-year-old with tattoos on his arms. You know, like wasn't ever really frowned upon that bad as if you go off the reservation, like only a criminal would do that. You know, that kind of aspect. That it's like so disconnected now. You don't really know what they were for. They don't know if it was just like warriors doing it or priests, or if it was just common people also getting tattooed. If I was to guess, I would assume everyone got tattooed. If I was to guess, because even like a lot of the women would have their faces tattooed, and old drawings from the time period of what Europeans coming over and drawing the Indians, like they would have like lines on their face and lines across their face and stuff like that. So it doesn't specify who that person was, but all of them had it. So I would assume almost everyone was doing it.
Es war auf jeden Fall super busy, aber ich wusste, also ich habe es mir auch so vorgestellt und ich bin auch happy damit. Also weil entspannte Geburtstage hatte ich jetzt ein paar und als Patrick mich gefragt hat, hatte ich sofort Bock. Und es war halt ja auch so eine Sache, dass er gemeint hat, ja irgendwann im September und dann war halt so irgendwann sagt, ey, es geht nur der 10. Und dann habe ich gemeint, ey, ist mein Geburtstag, ich bin auf jeden Fall dabei. Deswegen ich finde es cool, dass es jetzt langsam ruhiger wird, aber es war ein super Tag. Also was eingetroffen ist, ist für mich einfach, dass ich trotzdem ein bisschen Zeit hatte, mit ein paar Leuten zu quatschen. Was jetzt zum Beispiel mit Steve beim Frühstück zu quatschen, etwas mit Scott nach diesem Maschinending auch. Und überhaupt, dass halt Leute, die ich teilweise schon kenne oder die ich noch nicht kenne, wo ich aber weiß, die sind so in dem Dunstkreis, mit dem ich gerne abhänge, dass die jetzt hier zusammenkommen. Weil zum Beispiel Derek habe ich einmal gesehen in Portland, aber für 10 Minuten. Dann hat er mir seine Nummer aufgeschrieben, die hängt in meinem Laden, jetzt treffen wir uns hier. Weil davor hat es einfach nicht funktioniert. Ja. Bei Freddy waren wir erst vor ein paar Wochen, Tommy und ich. Und dass der jetzt direkt hier ist, einfach, es macht einfach so den Austausch. Ne? Also, oder besser gesagt, es verstärkt irgendwie eine gute Bindung. Und für mich ist einfach das Ding, wie wir hier gestern Nacht angekommen sind und die gemeint haben, ey, wir brauchen nochmal eure Hilfe. Und wir hier uns schon alle irgendwie umarmt haben und uns gefreut haben, so, da ging es gleich gut los. Und es ging auch so weiter. Das Einzige, was halt ist natürlich, warum ich mich auf Aachen freue, ist, weil ich hoffe, noch mal ein bisschen mehr Zeit zu haben, mit jedem Einzelnen ein bisschen Zeit zu verbringen. Weil es war schon mehr so organisieren, rumrennen, Sachen checken und es lief halt so durch den Tag, was auch cool war, aber ohne Aachen wird mir was fehlen. Weißt du, weil jetzt ist halt immer so, wie im Rausch irgendwie der Tag vergangen und ja, ich hoffe einfach, dass ich in Aachen ein bisschen mehr Zeit finde, vielleicht auch nochmal von dem einen oder anderen eine kleine Tätowierung zu bekommen. Voll. Also für mich ist es wirklich so, ich meine, aus vielen Gründen, ich war lange Zeit, als mein Sohn klein war, der ist ja jetzt 19, war ich halt auch eher einfach wirklich, ich war bei Blut und Eisen und das war ein super Laden für mich. Das war sehr arbeitsmäßig, sehr bodenständig, aber ich habe keine Guestspots gemacht und bin nicht gereist. Für Jahre. Dafür habe ich halt dort große Tätowierungen gemacht, weil die Leute gemerkt haben, ich bin da. Aber jetzt mit der Veränderung, was für mich ist halt einfach, dass ich halt den Eindruck hatte, es gab eine Zeit im Tätowieren, wo alles so explodiert ist, wo jeder so ein bisschen abgegessen, noch so ein bisschen arrogant wieder wurde und gesagt hat, so, also zum Beispiel war ich mal 99, 2000 in Australien und dann waren Leute so, ja, we have traveling tattooers every week. Da war halt nicht so ein Interesse. Ein paar Jahre davor war ein Interesse und ich habe halt einfach den Eindruck, dass halt viele Leute, und da gehöre ich auch dazu, einfach gemerkt haben, wenn man einfach nur sagt, früher war es geiler oder es ist halt nicht mehr so oder leider ist es so und so, macht es einfach keinen Spaß. Und das haben wir, also ich habe das ein paar Jahre auch so praktiziert. Weißt du, so die Vergangenheit irgendwie glorifiziert, die Gegenwart so ein bisschen abgewertet und irgendwann merkt man dann so, ich tätowiere halt immer noch, aber warum? Das ist doch scheiße. Also auf die Art. Und dann kamen mir auch Sachen auf. Also ich meine auch schon vor Aachen und auch vor der Tour und so, dass ich auch wieder gesagt habe, ich fange wieder an zu reisen. In den letzten 5 Jahren zum Beispiel. Ja. Oder lassen Sie mehr Gäste in den Laden holen. Und das hat das für mich alles wieder komplett erneuert. Weil ich auch gemerkt habe, es gibt auch Typen, die 2 Jahre tätowieren, wie zum Beispiel Levi Netto, der jetzt hier ist, hat seinen ersten Guestspot bei uns gemacht und der hat halt seinen ersten Guestspot gemacht, da war ich skeptisch, weil Tommy den reingebracht hat. Ich sagte, so ein Typ, der erst so und so kurz tätowiert. Und der war da und es war gleich eine Verbindung da. Der hat sich für die ganzen Bücher, die wir hatten, interessiert und diesen ganzen Kram. Und dann sind halt neue Verbindungen entstanden. Weißt du, auch mit Typen, die sind 5 oder 10 Jahre älter als ich und auch mit Typen, die sind 10 oder 15 Jahre jünger als ich. Und deswegen habe ich auch die Hoffnung, und es reden ja auch Leute darüber. Ne? Ich rede ja auch viel mit Leuten, auch auf den Reisen jetzt, wo man einfach merkt, es gibt wieder den Austausch, dass Leute, die auch 30 Jahre tätowieren, ich meine, Freddy tätowiert seit 87. und das trotzdem, wir haben zusammen in Oakland bis nachts um 1 tätowiert. Und nicht so, ihr Kids könnt das machen, ich gehe nach Hause, sondern es war halt eine saugute Stimmung. Und da habe ich mir auch gedacht, okay, ich tätowiere 23 Jahre, der 30 Jahre und der ist halt auch nicht abgegessen, sondern sagt halt, ey, ich hab Bock.